stew in the pot. I recommend eating it quickly.
Hey, John, how you doing tonight? SmackDown WWE. That's cool. Who's the headliners? Like the big matchup at the end of the night. Hey, Assassin, how you doing? Alright. That's good. What are you up to? Hey, Lycan, how are you, man? Making Javier. That's good. Sometimes I wonder if if the characters I make, like, if people just like check them out quick and it's like, oh, that's cool, and then move on, or if they actually do use them. So it's always cool to hear that somebody's using them. Brian Wall actually died. Okay, yeah, I heard about that earlier today. He was only like 36, right? Yeah. Has it been? I haven't dug into it at all, but has it been said what the cause of death was? A bit on the warm side. Yeah, in my neck of the woods, it's been in the 90s for like the past month. Um, uh, yeah, tomorrow's supposed to be actually down into like the 70s, so I'm looking forward to that. Actually, go out biking, maybe go to the dog park. I don't know. I personally don't own a dog, but that's one of the fun things about a dog park. Like you can have all the fun of like uh playing with dogs and stuff, but um you don't you're not the one that's responsible for cleaning up after them and everything else. So,
Bye for now.
also I live in an apartment, so it's dogs aren't exactly the it's not a dog friendly apartment. I had COVID and massive heart attack. Well, I mean, I know he was a big dude, so um, a heart attack isn't out of the norm for something like that. Middle of the night, taking my horse for a walk. Yeah, no, some people are lucky and like, COVID really doesn't affect them much. Like me, I had COVID, like, when was it? Like, November of 2020? Yeah, November of 2020. Yeah, it whooped my butt. So, yeah. Southwest uses battling depression. Transfer passed away. Okay. Yeah, see, I didn't know about his friend passing away last year. What else are we making today? Not really working on an outfit. I really, there's a couple of outfits that people have been asking about. I really need to get them created and uploaded. Thing is, like, making an outfit video, like now I'm actually like walking through the steps and stuff, talking about it. It tends to take longer than really any other video that I make. Because you know, I tend to screw up on what I'm saying, and then I have to start over or edit it. If you watch closely on my videos, and I guess sometimes not really even that closely, you'll see like quick jumps or something, and that's usually because I edit it, cut some stuff out. Be a whole lot of humming and hawing and whatever, me burping or you know, what have you. Nobody wants to hear that in the video. If it happens on live stream or something, you get what you get, but you know, when it's an edited video, I personally, I would expect better, so I try to put out better. Yeah, no, it's like in COVID has diminished my lung capacity too. Not by a whole lot, but you know, before I was able to breathe really, you know, normally, so to speak. But afterwards, it went down by like 3%, 4%, just permanent scarring. So not much can be done. Of pink outfits. Yeah, John, I was actually thinking of doing well, let me rephrase that. I was actually thinking of creating Lil Nas X in Red Dead. Just so I could make a character with a pink outfit. The only character that I've made in a pink outfit has been I tried to make Margot Robbie. I don't know if her last name is pronounced Robbie or Robbie, but yeah, in like a Barbie type outfit from the movie. So that's really, I think I might have made a Dolly Parton in a pink outfit. I really don't like the way my Dolly Parton character turned out, though. I have trouble breathing just taking out the trash. Yeah, Lycan, are you like, did you do you currently have COVID, or was it a while ago, or what's going on there? Yeah, knock on wood, dude. You are very lucky. Like I said, I mean, some people get it and they don't even realize they have it, and then other people they don't survive. And I've always had like lung problems, breathing problems, that kind of thing. So when I found out that I had it, I was like on high alert the entire time. Um, I just I was fortunate. Sorry guys, I'm just looking up some reference photos for the character I plan on making. This has actually been a recent request, so um, just seemed interesting to me. It was a while ago? Okay. Not, you got the shot? Yeah. No, I got it before the vaccine was out. Before they created one. So, and the thing is, I know exactly how I got it too, because like every aspect of my life at that time, I was like being very careful, doing all the things that were suggested. The only time that I never really I let my guard down would be like at lunch at work. Um, and another guy there, he was out for about a week before I came down with it, and I knew that like I had known that he actually had it at that point. And he's a guy that I talk to all the time at lunch. So I'm just like, okay, nope, yeah, that's what got me. So yeah, like, and have you been checked out by doctors or anything? Just seeing if it has like permanent lung damage or anything like that. God's favorite. Yeah. Um. No, dude, that really is some luck. Uh. Are not? I'm just curiosity question. The only other person that I know that never got it this whole time, she is a complete germaphobe. Like whatever. She's constantly wiping off the table. Even before the pandemic, she was wiping down the table. She would wash her hands regularly. Uh, like, I mean, when I say regularly, I mean like think of times when you would probably just go like, no big deal. She would still wash her hands, all that kind of stuff. Are you a germaphobe at all? You know do you always watch what you've touched and everything else? Security officer, a food company. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, John, if you're a germaphobe, that'll help at times like that. I mean, dude, if you haven't gotten it even now, probably teach classes on how to avoid it, to be honest. Um, Security officer at a food company though. So like you didn't I don't know, man. Like I mean, like security officers I'm picturing in like more of a enclosed room, seeing monitors, that kind of thing. I don't know if that's just Hollywood. I've never worked security, but I mean, like, was like, do you not work very closely with others, or? Yeah, I mean, you know, I tested as being COVID free like I want to say like 3 weeks after I got it. Um, but and honestly, like for the most part, I felt fine again about a week and a half afterwards. I still couldn't smell, and even after my sense of smell returned, and taste, my like my taste was still off. Like I don't know if you've ever had like one of those little Debbie Swiss cake rolls, but like after my sense of taste returned, like those just tasted like pure salt to me. Like it was as if somebody was just like putting salt on my tongue. Too. Jeez. Okay, yeah, no, John, you definitely lucked out. Antonio, hey! Probably got it from a truck driver. Yeah. Yeah, I've known a good number of truck drivers in my time, and like being on the road constantly, it doesn't always add up to being being able to have the best hygiene or cleaning practices. So especially if they're a long haul driver, like driving from one end of the country to the other or something. Nah, you're lucky if you can find a truck stop that has showers. So she tested everyone every week. All right, well there you go. Then you definitely know you've never had it because, like I said, I mean some people they got it and they never realized it because it really didn't affect them. Like they might have had a sniffle or something, but they wouldn't have thought anything of it. But yeah, no, if you were getting tested regularly, then yeah. Fortunately, I like by the time I got it, um, they had created that spit test. It wasn't as accurate as the nasal swab, but I only had to get the nasal swab once, um, and that was not pleasant. Antonio, what do you mean no? What are you disagreeing with? They just smell for a while. Yeah, and see, like, and that's how I knew that I actually had COVID because I was making a pizza in the oven, and like I don't cook my pizzas based on a timer. I cook them based on smell. So like I can smell about when it's done cooking. You know, um, I go into the kitchen, turn off the oven, let it let it sit for a few more minutes, and then take it out of the oven. Um, and it wasn't until like it dawned on me, like, oh yeah, I have a pizza in the oven. I went over there, and it was burned. It was just charred. Um, and that's when it kind of clicked in my head. I was like, I didn't smell this. So then I was going around my place like smelling different things, and at one point I actually took like air freshener, sprayed it on a box like right up close to it, and then put that box like right up to my nose, and I still couldn't smell it. Did I get it? Yeah, John. Did they threaten to like start coughing on you or anything like that? I mean, I think I would probably make that joke, but I wouldn't actually cough on somebody. No. All right. That's bleach ammonia equals mustard gas. Gas bleach. Yeah, some of that got cut off, man. Yeah, there's people who are making like they do that without even thinking though, Antonio. Like they're cleaning out their toilet or something. Like they use ammonia to clean it and then bleach to get rid of the stains and just like, come on, guys. I'll be honest, like I didn't even know that's how you could create mustard gas. I've never really been used ammonia unless it was like mixed in with something like I don't know. Um, I'm trying to think of what it would have been mixed in with. I don't know, pine sol or something. It feels illegal. What feels illegal? Ash, what's illegal? And also, welcome back. Yeah, where have you been? I don't think you've been in here for I don't know how long. Trouble breathing, yeah. No, mixing all the chemicals. Yeah, I mean you can all this stuff you can find online, but um, yeah, let's not mix these chemicals though. So, welcome back, Dutch. Yeah, they want a manager too. Okay. Yeah. You're always watching quietly. All right. That feels menacing. That feels like I don't know. Maybe I think I should close my curtains now. Definitely got to be that one. It's rough working with whole. Yeah, there's only been there's only been one time I've actually worked with all women, um, and it was how do I put this? Um, you know everything that women tend to complain that men do. It was exactly that in that situation. Um, yeah, it was a weird uh, flip of sorts. Smart idea. I do have smart ideas from time to time. Um, and yes, I've the curtains are already closed, so you're gonna have to watch a different way. Wink, wink. Looks like a good book there. Oh, quoting the game. Love the attention though. I I don't know. Some of these I might have enjoyed the attention if like they all weren't probably old enough to be my mom. Um it felt a little awkward. So I'm not very uh I'm very oblivious to when like I'm being hit on or whatever. Um so the fact that it was to a point where I felt like it was now awkward, it had to have been like painfully obvious to anybody else. Sorry. Um stop mid thought there. Yeah, it like anybody that would have been like listening in on the conversation probably would have been like probably would have thought it was like even more awkward than I did. And Antonio, are you just hitting us with all these like chemical compositions and historical facts? Lichen. You know what? I tried actually making Sloth from Goonies in uh, Saints Row. It didn't really work, and Saints Row would be like really the only option for making a character like that. They actually have like you can make one side of the face higher than the other, like one side can have a droopy eye and everything else. But it didn't really work, so I ended up turning him into Jason Voorhees from the second Friday the 13th movie. Yeah. I would say that the youngest women that were at the place that I was I, that I'm referring to, the youngest ones were probably in their mid 40s at the time, and this was close to 10 years ago. So yeah, some of them I'm sure have definitely retired by now. There's a different heritage I keep thinking would work better, but I flip through them and I can't find it. That's not it. Lips are already about as thin as they can get. Alright. So there's a few people in here that weren't here last time I streamed and was talking about this. So I'm gonna hit you guys up with some suggestions. Well, some input. Put it that way. Um, so with this whole YouTube thing, they now have a thing called, or I now have an option for some memberships, which me personally, I don't think that what I do is um, membership worthy, so to speak. Like I don't really know what I would be able to do that would make a membership worth it to the average person. So my thought was that I could do this membership thing, but it would essentially be made into a lottery of sorts. So like you put money into this membership, and once it like, I don't know how long it would take. Depends on how many members would be in there. But like once it reached a certain dollar amount, like I would have a drawing for the people that are members, and then they would get a prize. So like, um, say it gets to. Sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once here. Um, say it gets to the amount that it would be for getting a game, buying a game. Um, like I would hold a drawing. I would let the winner, like I would let people know who the winner was, and then the money that has been given by the memberships would actually go to that. Just wondering if anybody has any input that they wanted to share on that, whether they think it's a good idea or not.
Here we go.
Sorry, I'm trying to. I was rambling on for so long. I kind of missed out on what people were saying. Trying to bring up my YouTube here so I can scroll back and see the comments.
How can I help you? We'd like to buy
Hook me up for mods job. Sorry, man. John. Sorry, man. I don't know what that is. How do you make the face perfect online? Dude, practice. Practice, practice, practice. I've made so many of these videos. It's gotten to a point where I can make them pretty decently, and usually fairly quick. But you know, sometimes there's a new face. I'm not exactly sure how it works out, and oops. There we go. Turn the volume down on my phone here. And you know, I don't even realize that I can't, like, the options just aren't there to make it. So, oh, a moderator for me. Oh, dude, I I don't have the follower base to need a moderator. And okay, going back on these on some of these texts here. Ash, I could have been a sugar baby. I could have been a sugar baby. I you know what? I'm afraid to think about what my life could have turned out to be like in that case. I think I'm good. I don't need a sugar mama. I don't. Is it a sugar mama or is it how, like, a sugar baby? I thought it was like sugar mama, sugar daddy. But I thought the person who got the money and the gifts and whatnot was called something else. Yeah, no, John. Sorry, man. I didn't know what you meant by that, but yeah, I don't. I definitely don't have the follower base to need a mod, let alone offer somebody a job to be a mod. So, I mean, thanks, but it's, I don't think I'm needing that. These facts from this hair metal band. Okay. It's an interesting band to be singing about that stuff. Great minds think alike. Yeah, so Lycan and John have the great minds, and I'm just the stooge sitting here making computerized faces. I don't know. No, but does anybody have any suggestions on recommendations, other thoughts on what I was talking about with the membership lottery thing? I think it could be fun, but you know, it would require like a little extra thought on my part. Yeah, like a little extra thought on my end, because like I would want to. It probably wouldn't be through YouTube, because like YouTube takes like 30% of whatever the membership fee is. So like, just I'm gonna use easy math because I'm an idiot. So like if the membership was $10 and it wouldn't be $10. So, but easy math, if it was $10, YouTube would get $3 of it. I'm just thinking that there's gotta be like something out there that's better, that more of the money could go to whatever lottery prize it would be. So I mean, I would have to check out stuff like that. But I don't know. I just think it would be a fun idea. Like I said, I definitely don't feel I'm like I have the popularity or the follower count or whatever to to make this. It wouldn't be like a Mr. Beast level like prizes and stuff or something like that, because it's based on membership fees. So like the more members there would be, the better the prizes would be. You know, if there's enough to get one game, like one brand new game for somebody, that's what it would be. If there's enough, like it could be like a bigger prize, or like there could be multiple prizes, like a first place, second place, third place kind of thing. Yeah. So I made 2 Jokers, old and new. Which 2 Jokers? Yeah, I need to stream more in order to like really hit high numbers on that, but unfortunately, like between my job and just having a life of sorts, like Fridays are Friday evenings are typically my my only available days. To sometimes on the weekend I might have extra time, because like the membership there would be like a monthly fee for the membership. And like I said, like I personally don't know what I could do to actually make a membership to my channel worth it. But that's why like I'm thinking of like using the membership fee not as extra income for me, but to like to reward the people that follow me and watch my videos and stuff, so that they would, you know, treat it like a lottery. The money goes into, you know, it basically goes into a pot of sorts, and gets, you know, redistributed. Just like a lottery. I mean, that's the best way I can try to describe it. You know, it's a lottery or a raffle or however you want to look at it. Like the money that would come in, gets turned around and used to get prizes for the people that are in the that are in the memberships. So, well, like, and how big is your channel? Like, I only have like 1,500 people or followers, and I've been doing this. I couldn't believe it. I've been doing this for about 3 years now. So it does take a while. You made it one time. The first time I done Joe. Okay, just so you know, guys, I did have a little pop-up telling me that my internet connection isn't currently fast enough to be streaming gameplay. So if I get cut off, you know why, and I might not be able to make it back. But yeah, done the Joker 3 times. Okay, no, that's cool. Like somebody else told me that they were using my Javier. They were making my Javier, and that was cool. Like I said, I sometimes like I see that like each of my videos only get maybe like 20 seconds of view time, so I'm never really sure if they're just like checking out what the character looks like and moving on, or if they're actually using it and making them. So it's cool to hear. All the equipment for it, like literally all I have is my channel is just basically my PlayStation, my TV, and my cell phone. I use CapCut for the editing software, which is free. So I mean, if you got those things, that's what it is. That's all I have. 2019. You subscribed to me in 2019? Has it been 4 years? I didn't think I've been doing it for 4 years. Jax Teller? Jax Teller. I'm blanking on who Jax Teller is. I've made like seriously in the neighborhood of like 1,000 videos, so I'm blanking on some of it. Diego, thank you for landing Ricketts. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. I'm trying to get through a whole bunch of, well, pretty much all of the Red Dead type characters. Somebody else requested a young Landon Ricketts, like in the cigarette cards. So um, that is also on the docket. Which honestly, I don't think would be that difficult. I would just have to like age down the Landon I already made and change out the beard or the facial hair color and stuff. Change up the clothes. So that one probably would come sooner than later. First thing about editing. Oh, Lycan, I didn't know the first thing either, and honestly, I still don't feel like I do. Um, like my editing skills are pretty basic. It's just about getting in there and trying. You know, um, like you never learn if you don't try. And you know you get better as you go along. So at the very least, you pick up a new skill. The Weasley twins were great. Well, thank you, Ash. Believe it or not, I knocked out that Weasley character in not sounding violent. I created that Weasley character within, I want to say, like 15 minutes. I wanted to have a video to upload on Thursday, and I already knew which heritage I wanted to use for that one. So, um, yeah, I was able to knock him out within about 15 minutes. It took longer to edit the video and make the thumbnail and stuff than it did to actually make the character, which is unique. So, oh yeah, okay. Sons of Anarchy, yeah, okay, yeah. He's the dude that, like, I think if they wanted to have recast, uh, I'm blanking on his name now. I had it until I was gonna say it. He played the Joker. Heath Ledger. If they wanted to recast somebody for a Heath Ledger roles, I think that Jax Teller would be a good choice. They have very similar features. Majima from Yakuza. I think Majima. Were you the one that requested Majima before? I tried making him, and I couldn't. The options just aren't there. Like not even remotely. I think he's the one that, like, I can make a pretty good copy of his outfit, but the character himself, I can't get it. Ash, thank you. Yeah, it was. Not all of them are that quick. Like sometimes it does take hours. There are certain characters that like my Negan character. Um, that one did take hours because I would try and then I would get fed up and frustrated, and I would give up, and then I would come back and I'd give up. Um, but ultimately, I'm really happy with the way he turned out. I'm more impressed by by the outfit I made for him. Like, I don't mean to toot my own horn here, but like most people keep using this one jacket in the game for Negan's outfit, but I had this little stroke of genius. I will call it that because I'll toot my own horn there a little bit. Of using a certain kind of shirt and a vest that looked like a jacket when put together, that made it a lot better, and it was a lot more accurate to what it looked like in the show. You made your first Spider-Man yesterday. Your first Spider-Man, like in this game, or like an actor, or what kind of Spider-Man? Goro Goro Majima. Um, yeah, no, Goro Majima. It's gonna be disappointment all around for people who are wanting Goro Majima. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing his last name correctly, or his first name for that matter. So, could you try Soldier Boy or Billy Butcher from The Boys? Um, I know I made Billy in GTA. The problem is that neither one of those guys, like, the facial hair isn't there. I did try making the guy who plays Soldier Boy. I tried making him as his character from Supernatural. I don't care for the way he turned out. Um, but yeah, the facial hair is the real make or break for a lot of these characters. Like if the option's not there, then it's just not possible. Like it doesn't matter how accurate the character looks. Um, it's not it's just not going to look right. It's still not going to look accurate, not without the facial hair. Oops, 1 second here. It's in Red Dead. John, sorry, I've been ping ponging between all these conversations here. Who was it in Red Dead you were asking about? I've been kind of relying on my on my phone here to keep me up with messages that I might have missed or forgotten. But that one's not popping up. I tried making Denzel Washington from Mag 7. I haven't. I'll be honest, I don't even know what Magnificent 7. Okay. I haven't. I've made a couple characters from that movie. That is an awesome movie. Um Man, I really should make Denzel Washington. That is a really good suggestion. Okay, all right, John. What Spider-Man though did you make? Like, are you talking about the outfit? Or are you talking about a specific actor, or which Spider-Man exactly? How good do you think the character customization GTA 6 is going to be? Oh, jeez. Um, the character custom. I mean, first of all, assuming that there is going to be character customization, and not that it's just. I know I've seen some stuff about like being able to grow your hair out and stuff, like they did in Red Dead Story, but you don't get to choose what the character looks like. It's just like the hair length and stuff. So I don't know about that. I would hope that the character customization, if there is customization, that it would be more in line with Red Dead than GTA. Because honestly, like creating characters in GTA is a huge challenge. Um, just from you can have a character look one way. How do I put this? Like just between like having the two different parents for a heritage, depending on how much of the appearance you want from the mother or the father, it can your character can look so very different. And then there's all the different combinations between all the different parents. So to get an idea of what you want or of how to make the character, it is really difficult to figure that out. Like which parents would work the best and where that slider should be for between the mother and the father. It's incredibly difficult to make anyone that looks even remotely accurate. And honestly, half the time I just like luck out and come across somebody. I was like, hey, that kind of looks like so and so, and then I tweak it and make it look better. The outfit, okay. Dude, that would be cool. I know that there is actually a Western Spider-Man. Kurt Russell from Crazy 8. Kurt Russell from Crazy 8. I thought I made him at some point. I'm not sure. I'd have to check that out. I know he has like the huge blown out hair from like the 80s or something. So if I haven't made him, it's probably because of that, because like that hairstyle just isn't, again, just like the facial hair, if the hairstyle itself isn't there, it's just not going to look right. I have not made Eminem yet, though. Which would be a great addition for, like, GTA. But, I don't know. Would it be young Eminem with, like, you know, clean shaven and the bleach blonde hair, or would it be, like, more modern day Eminem with the like, fine beard and letting his natural hair grow? I suppose now it's still like dyed or bleached or something, because the guy is like, what, right around 50, maybe early 50s. He would definitely have gray hair. Flaco Hernandez. Flaco Hernandez. Who's Flaco Hernandez? The name is familiar, but I can't place a face. Sniper from TF2. What's TF2? Brown hair Eminem. Yeah. I think honestly, like, the more modern day Eminem might be easier to make. He has a more distinct look. Like, you know, there's more character to his face. So that might actually be easier than like young Eminem. Flocko is in story mode. Oh yeah, he's the artist, isn't he? You meet him in Saint Denis. Mexican gunslinger. Who am I thinking of then? The Mexican gunslinger. Flaco Hernandez. Yeah, who's the artist? Do you guys remember what the artist's name is? He kind of reminded me of like Pablo Picasso or somebody. This dude looks like a rabbit right now. Side mission with Jim Boy Calloway. Okay, that might be part of the problem then. There were some side missions that I did not do because I was going through as I was playing through with low honor, and I figured that, you know, turning down requests for help would contribute to the low honor, like it would affect the storyline in some way. It really didn't. So yeah, that's one of the things I really need to go back to Red Dead 2 storyline and play through it with good honor, because like all those missions with Mary, I have no idea how those played out. There was a mission with Sadie towards the end. I turned her down. Like there's so many things that I missed completely. Homelander. Oh yeah, dude. I have made a version of Homelander. I'm not entirely happy with him. So Yeah, I'm still gonna work on him a bit. I think I would be okay with it. I just have to change the hairstyle, to be honest. Um, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, it has been so very long since I honestly like. Okay, so apparently I've had this channel for like 4 years now. At least that's what I'm being told. And yeah, um, and I beat the storyline for Red Dead 2 before I even started doing this channel at all. Um, so yeah, I probably haven't. I really need to go back and play that game. Um, yeah, no, I'm well aware that those side missions, everything about that game is gold, man. Like it is outstanding. Man, just talking about it makes me want to like call it a night and just start playing it. Um, but yeah, no, I fully intend to go back and play that as a good guy. Um, yeah, I've tried to like games like that. I never, if I play through the way I want to play through, I know I'm never gonna go back and play it. So like playing it with low honor kind of ensured that I would go back and play it again. Um, but yeah, being a good guy, I don't know. Arthur, like I played Arthur kind of weird, but it made sense to me. Um, like like Arthur, I was playing him as a bad guy, which in my head in my playthrough, I feel like it kind of worked better with the storyline overall. Um, like I played him as a like a clean cut bad guy, pulling all the dirty tricks. But then when he got diagnosed with tuberculosis, which anybody that's watching this should know that, so it's not a spoiler. Um, like I just let him go. I just let him be disheveled. I never cut his hair. I never had him bathe. I never had him shave. Um, so basically, like essentially, like he had given up on living. Um, yeah, I felt like it really worked towards the character. Starfield, I would be pumped for Starfield if it was on the PlayStation. I don't have an Xbox, uh, so yeah, unfortunately, I probably won't get to play Starfield. I did love, I love the Fallout series, um, but unfortunately, Starfield is probably something that I won't end up getting into. Do I record the gameplay videos on my phone? No, I just whatever my system I can record like the last somewhere between 15 minutes and an hour of gameplay. Um and then I just, you know, edit it and upload from there. Submissions are okay. Yeah, no, that's why. Like, I hear about all these side missions that I completely missed out on, um, and it's yet another reminder on how I really need to go back to that game and play through it. It makes things cheaper in the game. I wasn't aware of that. I know that there was some other game that did that. Like if you're a good guy, you get better prices and stuff. I'm trying to remember what that was. Is it Fable? To be clear, I don't have an Xbox now, but I had one. Like the last Xbox I got was the 360. So, favorite character, old school. Oh, I never I never got into the Call of Duty games, man. I was an old school gamer. Like I played like whatever the Medal of Honor series and stuff like that way back in the day. But at some point, I just kind of got burned out on all the military warfare shooters, and I've just never gone back. All right, John, dude, thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it, man. Yeah, 5 a.m. I still don't know how you do it, man. 5 a.m. is like a crazy wake up time. Um, but I appreciate you hanging out, man. It was good talking to you. Um, yeah, and fingers crossed I'm here next Friday. Um, I try to make sure I make it because these streams and stuff are fun for me. I enjoy talking to everybody. So, but yeah, man, you get some sleep and be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for work tomorrow. So, excuse me, guys. I gotta get a drink of something here. Be right back. Yeah, Demo. Yeah, I personally don't care for the exclusivity of games. Um, and that's that as a PlayStation owner, like I do think that PlayStation has the majority of really good exclusives. Spider-Man, Uncharted, Last of Us, God of War. There's just a lot of really good exclusives. So that said, though, yeah, I think Xbox players should be able to play them too. The part of the problem is, and this goes specifically with like Starfield, is that Microsoft now owns Bethesda, so they're just going to keep it on their system. I personally don't like it, but it is their business. So I get it. There would be no point in beating or beating in buying a company if the games that company makes are going to be available on your competitor's system. Um, but at the same time, they would still be making money on the sale of the game, and the sales of the games is where the real money is, at least from my understanding. Like the systems themselves typically lose money in the beginning. They find cheaper ways to make the parts and everything. Um, but in the beginning, it's all about the games that are sold. So I don't know. You win some, you lose some. I guess that it's going to be whatever. It's I'm sure there's some bean counter out there somewhere in each of these companies that have already figured out, okay, well, if we don't make the game available on a competitor's system, we'll make this much more money on things as a whole. So, but as a gamer, I just wish it was on all the systems. And actually, I should take that back. I would say that the system with the best exclusives is probably Nintendo. Um, growing up with the Mario Brothers and Metroid and Zelda, like those characters aren't on any other system. So, play was on PS2. Dude, if you have not played the new Spider-Man game, like either the one with Peter Parker or with Miles Morales, you have got to get on that. Um, I like the gameplay more with Peter Parker Spider-Man game. I'm not so much of I don't care as much for stealth, which the Miles Morales one had more of. But the Miles Morales story itself, I thought was a lot better, and I'm really looking forward to the Spider-Man 2 coming out. I don't know if I'll end up buying it right away, but I'm definitely looking forward to that game. Demo World. I don't know where you are, but if you are in the U.S., I know a lot of stores are actually selling a PS5s for like $50 cheaper than what it has been. So if you know, I don't know if it's if you have to like get the money together or if it's just like I don't need it until then. Um, if you can buy it now, it would be cheaper now. Then again, I mean, again, if you're in the U.S., I know some other places do it too, but Black Friday, um, I'm sure that some places are going to have PS5s on sale for Black Friday too, if you're lucky enough to get one. Granted, I don't have any insider knowledge or anything. I could be completely wrong, but the PS5 has been out for like 3 years now. I'd be surprised if they didn't have them on a Black Friday sale. Any new Spider-Man games? So the last one you played was on the PS2. Was that like which Spider-Man movie? Well, I mean, it would have been based on a movie, right? Which Spider-Man game did you play on the PS2? Studying, so at full price is gonna. Whoops, that got cut off there. So 1 second. Okay, your next payout. Yeah, see, that's just one of those things that I have no idea how things work in other countries. Like, there are certain things I understand, but I don't, things can be so different from country to country, or even, like, just, like, in Europe specifically, like it's all one landmass, but, like, how things work in whatever, Spain is a lot different than they work in Germany and etc. So, dude, if you can get it, get it. PlayStation 4 and an Xbox S series. Which one is the S series? Antonio, see that's one thing about like I like PlayStation and me. I'm an idiot. All right, I am a moron. So like PlayStation having the simple numbering system, it works very well for me. I know which one it is. Like after the 360, then the numbers started getting a bit wonky because there was the Xbox, then there was the 360. Excuse me. Then there was the One. Then there was, is it the Xbox S? Like the naming conventions for the Xbox got a little weird for me, so I don't I kind of got lost at that point. Australian face creation? I have I made an Australian face creation? I don't know what an Australian face creation would be. So, Spider-Man 2. Okay. Yeah, there was yeah, that was like the first like real open world Spider-Man game. Like the first Spider-Man movie game was okay. It was revolutionary at the time, but you know, time hasn't been that kind to it. So yeah, I think Spider-Man 2 was when they really made an open world game like that. So that was pretty cool. I know like Spider-Man Spider-Man like or PS3 is when they came out with like a whole bunch of Spider-Man games, like Shattered Dimensions and Future Shock, I think is what it was called. It was like Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2099 in the same game. Um, yeah, no, it was. These were some good games. Some of them better than others, but still. Um, PS5 has no games on it. It will not be touched on Black Friday. Oh, dude, there's plenty of good games on the PS5. Come on, man, don't be trashing the PS5. I got a PS5. What are you talking about? No, that is one thing though with the PlayStation though. Like the PS5, there isn't a whole lot of PS5 exclusives. Like there's still like a lot of overlap between the PS4 and PS5. But like, you know, graphics tend to be better. Upload times tend to be better. There tends to be less. What am I thinking of? Upload times. You know, it's yeah, PS5. Okay, I can't tell what that emoji is, Ash. It. Okay. One second. Console games are made for the Series S. All from the X. Capable. Yeah, dude. See, Demo, like, right there. Yeah, already lost me, man. Like, yeah. Like I said, I'm an idiot. All right. I will fully admit that I am an idiot. And it's like you got yeah, Xbox Series X/S. And then like you going into more about you got this thing down more than I do, man. Like I got the PS4, then there's the PS4 Pro, which just it says it's better. Then there's PS5, and they're going to be coming out with the PS5 Pro. So I mean, like the processors and stuff will be a bit better, a bit faster, etc. But yeah, dude, that's if I have to do research into which version of the system is better, that's too much brain power for me. It's a okay. You want me to quiet down on the PS5 talk? Is that what's happening? PS3 and a PS4. Lycan, dude, I have PS3, PS4 Pro, and a PS5. Those are my gaming systems. Do I have anything that I just have sitting in storage? Like honestly, even my PS3 I haven't really touched except for replaying the first Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Nightmare. So maybe I could make that as a prize for the whole membership thing. Like, hey, yeah, secondhand, it's a secondhand PS3 with a bunch of downloaded games on it, and a copy of Red Dead and Red Dead Redemption, or Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Nightmare, or Undead Nightmare. You still have your PS2 somewhere, dude. That's it. No, it's there's a lot of good games out there that are older games. I'm still a little salty at Rockstar about how they handled Red Dead Redemption for like the PS4 and stuff. Like everybody had their hopes up, and it's on us. It's on the fans because Rockstar was upfront with everybody saying, "Hey, we're not working on the remaster or anything like that. We're diverting resources to GTA 6, and we got our own hopes up." And I'm speaking for myself here, but I wasn't expecting like a straight port of the game. That was a little upsetting. Del Lobo gang outfits for online. I don't. I honestly I haven't even thought about putting together any gang outfits for different characters for like online. That's an interesting idea. I should think about that. Can you try making Franklin, Trevor, and Michael in from GTA 5? Antonio, are you talking about in like trying making those characters in Red Dead or in GTA? Because I have made Trevor in Red Dead Online, and I think he actually turned out pretty decent. The biggest problem that there is with the Rockstar stuff is that it's they never really give you the options to completely remake the character. You can get close, but it's never going to be quite right. Drewy Blackhand, hi. Man, this chat is busy tonight. This is awesome. Thanks, guys. Rockstar. Their corporate guts. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's honestly like I think that the biggest I do think that with releasing a port of Red Dead Redemption, even though it comes with Undead Nightmare, and don't get me wrong, it's still a phenomenal game, and I look forward to hearing people talking about it that have never played the games before. But I do think that $50 for a straight up port of the game is too much. I don't think that anybody really would have complained if it was $20 cheaper if they made it like a $30 game. I mean, there probably still would have been some people, but not that many. But $50 for a game that's like two gaming generations ago. Yeah, they really didn't do themselves any favors, and the corporate greed there kind of shined through, at least in my opinion. I do love their games, but in my opinion, it was a bit of a dick move. Shadow Wolf will I've actually created him already. I'll be honest with you, but I only released like 2 characters a week, so he should be released sometime. I'm thinking sometime in, what is this, August right now? Sometime in September. I'm thinking probably like by mid-September. So, you tried Max Payne 3. I did try Max Payne 3. But that was, I'll be honest, like I couldn't get into it. Like, I don't know if it was just the setting or what the deal was, but like it just didn't feel like a Max Payne game to me. I wasn't able to finish it. So, enjoying Fallout, yeah. Elder Scrolls, that's the one that has like the subtitles of like Morrowind and everything else. Skyrim, that kind of stuff. I'm weird with my media in that way. So like I really like fantasy themed TV shows, but not so much fantasy themed gaming. So like I played what was the one before Skyrim? Whatever the one was before Skyrim, that one I beat. But it just couldn't keep me captivated enough. Like Skyrim didn't. which I know is going to be blasphemy to some people. Um, but Oblivion, yes, thank you, Lycan. Um, yeah, so, like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it really. And there's going to be exceptions to that as well. So um, like a Legend of Zelda game, that's not exactly like fantasy realm kind of thing, but it's got the swordplay, the shields, and dragons and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know. I just couldn't get into it. 360. For it's sadly $50. Yeah, dude, if you have a 360 or or an Xbox One, you can go out and just get the disc for probably like $10. And it'll play on the system. Like you don't need to that's one of the things that Xbox like has over the PlayStation there is that they do have that backwards compatibility, and that's one of the games that are on there. Special edition of Red Dead 2? What's the special edition of Red Dead 2? Love me some Skyrim. Okay. Yeah, I thought about playing Skyrim when I got my PlayStation VR. Um I still couldn't though. I couldn't get into it. $20 is $20. Very true. Sorry, Diego. What? There was a jump there. Diego. You wanted to what? But you only have a PS4. Sci-fi. Let's have some Star Wars stuff. Okay. Dang. See, I enjoy a lot of sci-fi. Um, Again, for me, it's all about the originality. I think, like Star Wars is different than Star Trek, and that's different than Battlestar Galactica and all that other stuff. So, like, and like that's different than Farscape, and that's different than the Orville. So I mean, as long as it's like unique, it can still have it can still grab my attention. Dang, I didn't know that there was a bundle like that. What system was that Red Dead bundle for? Like, and yeah, the mods, dude. Honestly, like the mods are what make me really want to get a gaming PC, because like especially for like a game like Red Dead and Fallout, there's been a lot of like fan made uh like full on new missions and stories and everything that it'll never come to consoles. So I mean, it's like the fan base is really what's kept some of these things going. Um, yeah, there's like Fallout. There's a whatever, an expansion, a fan made expansion called Fallout London. It's based on I think it was based on the Fallout 3 um, gaming system, like the models and everything. I could be wrong on that, but I mean, it's so cool, and I just wish that there would be some of this stuff uh for well, specifically PlayStation, but consoles in general. Okay. Yeah. I I don't know. I've basically stuck to my PlayStation here at this point. I, I don't have all the time to be playing games anymore anyway. So I mean, as cool as some of this stuff would be, like you know, the new Zelda game, or I know that there's a new Fable game coming out uh for Xbox. I'm still or Starfield. Like these games I'm probably never gonna get to play because of that. Ever played Dragon's Dogma? I don't think I have. I've heard of it, but I don't think I've ever played it. I could be getting confused with a different game though. Special edition gives a few free weapons. A couple of missions. Like, are these missions aren't available in the base game? Because I know that there was no like DLC created for it. Yeah, Fallout London, Fallout 4 New Vegas. Yeah, dude, there is so much um and even with the Fallout 4 there's uh I know that I can't remember what the name of the fan-made expansions are, but like there was basically like a whole city under the first town you go to, the one that's like a baseball field, the Diamond. Like, I would love to see some of this stuff. Or even like again, going back to the Spider-Man games, like there was sorry, I gotta make sure I hit the buttons every once in a while, otherwise the system might think that um I'm not here anymore. Um but like even with Spider-Man, there are so many cool mods, just the different outfits for swinging around as Spider-Man. Like, it's not even necessarily Spider-Man. They've made mods where you're swinging around as Aunt May or the Kingpin or Uncle Ben's tombstone. Like, it's insane. Okay, I should have checked that out. Do they still sell the Ultimate Edition in stores? I know I've seen some like boosted up version of Red Dead available in stores, but I think that's just with money. Yeah, no, Diego, like the Red Dead, the mods, like, I mean, some of them are just like funny and stupid, like, you know, playing as Arthur when he's, you know, only comes up to like the horse's hoof or something like that. It's cute, but it's nothing that makes me go, "Oh man, I wish I had a PC to play it like that." But all these mods, all these like mission expansions and everything else, I'm just like, man, this would be amazing. You know? Which game PC? Oh, 1 second here. Yeah, but Demo, it's not just about like gaming exclusives, and some of these exclusives never will come to a competitor's console because they're first party exclusives. You know, it's why you're never gonna see Spider-Man on the Xbox or Gears of War on the PlayStation. Um, it's because they're owned by Microsoft or Sony. But it's not just about the exclusives. It's about the extra like the fan made mods and expansions that will never come to a console, regardless of which one it is. So I mean, that's the kind of thing that makes me go, "Oh man, I wish I had a PC," because there is so much extra content for some of the games that I enjoy, but it's only available on PC because it's not official content. It's made by fans. start completely over. Well, I mean, yeah. Um, yeah. It's and I can't disagree with you there, but I mean, it, I I don't know, man. For new content, I think it would be worth it. Um, I think it would be fun, and playing through again wouldn't be that much of a chore for online. It's not like I would be doing stuff to like I wouldn't have to, excuse me, I wouldn't have to redo everything, you know. Um, I would just get to get far enough and be able to see the new content. Outfits and poncho mods really would get me. See, yeah, there's a couple of things that I understand in a way why they didn't do it, but at the same time, having coats and vests that can open and close. Um, having different lengths of beard. Like one of the things that I keep wishing would have been in the online is like a stubbly type beard, like a scruffy beard, which for the life of me I don't understand why that isn't in online. Um, it's I don't know. I just think that it could have it would have gone a long way to make creations a lot more accurate, and given more options. Well, Demo, yeah, I mean, if your processor is from over a decade ago, yeah, it is gonna it is gonna kind of suck. I have the laptop I have is probably about that old, and that was a $200 Black Friday deal. Um, so it's pretty bargain basement at that point already. Um, but I mean, it is what it is. It still does what I need it to do. It's just it's not a gaming laptop by any means. Honestly, at this point, I doubt it would be able to play Mario Brothers. Uh, that's an exaggeration. I'm sure it could play something as old as Mario Brothers, but it really doesn't have a whole lot of processing power by today's standards. But yeah, poncho mods, um, really any kind of outfit mods. There's a lot that could have been done. Like wearing going back to the ponchos, they can wear them like a cape. They can wear them um, whatever on front and back. They could wear them just slung over the one shoulder or the other. Um, yeah, I mean, just thinking about the mods alone for a poncho, there's a lot that could have been done. Very well on your PC. Yeah. See, that's the one. That's the main reason I've never really gotten into PC gaming is because, you buy the PC and then the games are created for it, not the other way around, where they create this amazing game, but then chances are you're going to have to spend an arm and a leg, to get your system up to date to play it. Yeah, Demo, that's just it, dude. Okay, so Red Dead is not made for VR. That said, you can go into first person mode. Sorry, excuse me one second. You can go into first person mode and explore towns and whatnot. It's I definitely wouldn't suggest being in first person mode in VR while riding a horse, just because of the galloping motion and everything. Um, but like exploring a town, you'll notice details that you never did before. It is really really cool to do it that way. Um, like I said, it's not made for VR, so like controls and everything aren't going to be the best for it. But just to go around and explore, it's fantastic. Those the passes and DLC content. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing though, is that for like I'm playing on PlayStation. I actually have like I have now 3 different accounts on my PlayStation. One so I can play a female character and make those creations. I have the male character to make that creations, and I have a third account which just has like a startup character. So when I make like an original creation, um, I can like actually show what he looks like in the game. So it's not that isn't something I normally do with the regular characters that I make, because I like to have the outfits to better represent who it's supposed to be. But when it's an original creation, the outfit really doesn't matter so much. Vorp X? I've never heard of Vorp X. What is Vorp X? Um, I did have that problem initially. Um, I don't know. I have noticed that like sometimes okay, so I haven't had the problems with them looking super deformed um in probably like a year. That said, there are some details that kind of get washed out in actual gameplay compared to like the character creation, and I think that's just because of the like the graphical like processing power that's required. Um, between like the character creation, which is just a one-on-one, like you're connected to the system, and it can basically focus all the processing power on how the character looks. Then you're in the game world, and not only does it have to like keep up with processing the world itself, but also how all these other players are interacting with it, which kind of causes a downgrade to it. So one thing that I've noticed, and I would recommend, like if you want something to appear in the game itself, you kind of have to make it more apparent in the creation system. So, for example, like go to the moles. Um, so, like for example, let's just say the little cheek mole that's on the character right now, right? You have it in the character creation like this, so it's just barely visible because that might be how you want it, right? But then in regular gameplay, you would have to like bump it up a bit, like 1 or 2 of these blocks on the sliders, so that it doesn't basically disappear in the gameplay. If that makes sense at all. Or like the age is another good one. Like if you want, oops. Go back to this. There we go, age. Like if you want your character to have some wrinkles, like that might look good in character creation, but it gets washed out when you're playing online. So you bump it up by about 10 years, and that typically helps make it more visible in gameplay. Yeah, I mean, sort of. Demo World, it's like there's certain angles at play as well that it isn't a true one-to-one conversion from 3D to VR. Um, but it does make it easier. Um, and I've been waiting for like some kind of sale. They have this VR rig that it has special shoes, and it's this platform thing that you're basically like, you're standing in it, and there's this little like concave thing. That's where the special shoes come in, and you're just basically like walking around it, running around it, and that's what helps you move in the game itself. Like if I had the money that I don't have, I would buy one of those. And granted, it's not like some obscene amount or something like that. It's spendy. I think it's in the neighborhood of like $2,000-$3,000. So it is expensive, but it's not like the price of a new car or something. So I mean, like if ever I start talking about this cool VR setup that I got now, it's probably because I won like a small lottery. Do you still freeze up when going into the stables online? I haven't tried going into the stables lately, but last time I did, yeah. I thought I had figured out a trick where it's just like, okay, I walk into the like whenever I went into the stables on my horse is when it would freeze up, and then I would just decide, okay, you know what, I'm just gonna walk into the stable, and then it would work. For some reason, that is no longer working for me. So I don't know if they've fixed it at all or what the deal is, but I don't know. I've seen online a bunch of people giving their own little tips about how to fix it. To me, it seems like it's more of like that blowing in a Nintendo cartridge kind of thing. Like it seems to do the trick, but there's no surefire explanation as to why it works or consistency to it either. Because I don't know who's in here who might have like played on a Nintendo, like an original NES. Like, but there was a trick that if it didn't work, you would blow into the cartridge and to get it to work. But even when you did that, it wasn't a surefire thing. You would still have to do it like multiple times. Yeah, Diego, I know some of these tricks and tips, but I never think of like sharing the knowledge because I don't think of anybody else really being that interested in I don't know how to create these characters a little bit better. The stable thing is why you stopped playing? Yeah, Diego, that's just it. Is that like most of the time I won't even like I'll show up to Valentine. Valentine is the town that I like to go to the most. It basically has everything that you need. It has a gunsmith. It has a bar. It has a doctor. A butcher. It has everything, and it's a smaller town. It's not as big as Saint Denis, but I mean, with the exception of like Gus, like it has everything that Saint Denis has, and it's like 3 roads. It's a really small town. So I mean, like I'll go to Valentine, and I will you know, I will just basically run from there to whatever location I'm trying to get to. I won't even bring my horse to me, and it will still lock up my system. So, yeah, and no, honestly, I hate having to restart my system too. That's why I'll try it once, and if it doesn't work, then I don't bother trying again. I will just turn off my system and leave it at that. Man, guys, you guys have kept me talking today. I appreciate this. I've barely gotten any work on this guy done here. That's not a complaint, by the way. I hope you guys know. I'm not complaining at all. I actually do appreciate, like, the chatting and keeping things going here. Hev! Everybody, it is Hev from Hev's Character Creations. We have a rock star in our midst. How are you doing, Hev? Going through story mode? Yeah. I'm gonna have to go through it again. Playing as a good guy this time. But no, if none of you guys are familiar with Hev, she has her own channel. It is a fantastic channel. She has characters for, she has characters for Red Dead. She has characters for, Fallout, Baldur's Gate. She started making characters for, was it Elder Rings? Elden Rings? It's a game that I don't play, so, but I believe it's Elden Ring. No, it's Baldur's Gate. I've started playing a little game with the characters called How Would This Character Turn Me Down? Like, if I was going to ask out one of the characters that she created, and they always would turn me down. Elden Ring, thank you, Hev. I'm going into this assuming that the character would turn me down. Okay? Like, one of them was the rogue, who would turn me down by, sweet-talking me, while pickpocketing me, say that she needs to go freshen up, and then I would never see her again. No, absolute, fantastic creations. If you guys play some of those games, definitely check out her channel, because they are fantastic. Oh no, Hev, it's not kindness. It's honesty. You make some fantastic creations. Fix that stable glitch. Yeah, no, the stable glitch still is there. One of the other ones that kind of get to me is the long hair glitch. Like, if your character has middle parted long hair, like the slightest wind, like the hair just completely disappears from your head, from whatever direction the wind is coming from. Well, I appreciate that, miss. Oh, you started making characters in Cyberpunk as well, right? I might get back into making some Cyberpunk characters now that they do like a third-person perspective. I heard that they went to third-person perspective with like the recent update. So I made some Cyberpunk characters a while back, but never really got into it. Cali Gaming had been making some just outstanding cyberpunk characters, but it kind of sounds like she might not be coming back to the character creation game, so to speak. But um yeah, no, Hev's creations are fantastic. It's not just that they're really good creations. She has a nice presentation for them too, like an intro to them. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'm gonna be like mimicking some of Hev's intros here at some point. Um, just because my intros are pretty basic, to be honest. Like it's just like, hey, this is some reference pictures, and here's the character. Um, I have switched it up every once in a while, but every time like has some really good like action scenes or exploration or something of the characters. So yeah, like before the tutorial on how to make the characters. Yeah, I miss her too. She should be like I've chatted with her a bit on Instagram. But like her life is understandably taking priority as well as it should be. So imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I don't think I'd be able to duplicate what Hev does. Um, but maybe some version of it. If I can get Hev's blessing on that. Do you like boneless pizza? Boneless pizza? Is that? Do you mean like without the crust? Antonio. I've heard like people that eat the slice of pizza, but then they leave that last bit of crust and call it the pizza bones. Comprehend the phrase boneless pizza. No, it's it's boneless pizza. It's a good stuff. Pizza has no bones. It's there's no bones about it. It's a good pizza. Um, no, if and have if anybody could do it, I certainly would be doing it already. It's taken me a little bit of time to learn and stuff. So, um, but yeah, boneless pizza. Antonio, am I right on what a boneless pizza is? It's the pizza, like it's made without that crust on the end, or Diego? Most definitely. Well, see, if you have no bones on the pizza, then it has no support. That's where you get the New Yorker, like the New York pizza. The slices are just floppy because it doesn't have any bones in it. There's no structure to it. If that made sense, I admire your guys' understanding, because I feel like I made that up and just went along with it. Your doggo was named Callie. What kind of dog was it? Or was she? Yeah, the folding of the pizza. But then it's not a pizza. It's like an Italian taco. That's what that is. Oh, she was a pity. Oh, pit bulls are just adorable. A friend of mine has a pit bull. Um, and honestly, like pit bulls have a reputation. Um, and this one defies all of that. Like this dog will come running to you. And if you didn't know him, you might be scared. But he is just the like biggest lump of love. Like you don't even know. Like he's a dopey thing. Like he just like he ate an ace bandage, and my friend had to spend like thousands of dollars to get it removed. Um, so it's the dog isn't bright. He's not a smart dog, but like he will just lay on your lap. He will want all the scratches. Um, he is just an adorable, lovable dog. And that's the thing too, is that like around the house, he doesn't care. Like he will just like stand in one place outside until he decides that he has to go to the bathroom or whatever. But when you take him to a dog park, that dude is off to the races. Like he is just running around, like exploring everything, sniffing everything, trying to make friends with all the other dogs. Yeah, low blood cells. Did she have cancer? I feel like I feel like this stream has taken a turn. Um, if anybody out there has a dog and they want to share the story about how awesome their dog is, by all means, let us know. Few things I enjoy more than a good dog story. I have good dogs. Yeah. I feel like I need a dog. I mean, I can go to the dog park. I can take I can visit friends with their dogs um and take them to the dog park and everything else, but yeah. Having a dog. Yeah, the last dog I had was when I lived at home. At least, my dog. Um oh, yeah. No, there are other dogs. There have been other dogs in my life that, um, I've basically referred to them as my dogs, even though they aren't. Um, and yeah, it's it guts you when especially if you have to put them to sleep. Um, yeah, but to you overnight, he's blind but sweet. I that's I would gladly accept that dog. Blind but sweet. As long as he would be okay with me being gone for like 9 hours some days because of work. I don't feel like that would be fair to the dog. It's like boneless chicken. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say like that seems like a it's boneless chicken. So is this the type of pizza that's made uh with like canned chicken? Because there's like I know there's a recipe you can make a pizza crust with canned chicken. It would be because of the howling. Sorry. Yeah. No, I don't know. As much as I would love to have a dog, um, I just don't think that my life allows for it at this time. But it still doesn't stop me from being able to like play and visit with other people's dogs. I am very, very grateful for that. I'm swallowing. Yeah. Oh. Jeez. Okay. I'm sorry, Lycan. Okay, let's get some good dog stories out here. Some happy ones. Let's turn this stream around. Have any of you guys ever bought like I saw this video of like a high energy dog, and the owners had bought a race car that the dog could chase. Have any of you guys ever done something like that? I tried it for this one dog, um, and like like the dog seemed to like really enjoy it for like 5 minutes, but after that it was just like it was an old toy or something. It just didn't care. In all my pillows and sheets, but legally can't do anything about it. This is true. The dog has like possession is 9/10 of the law, and the dog has all the sheets. So, yeah, sorry, man, you're out of luck. Maybe you can cuddle with the dog. Is the dog a cuddler? Why couldn't the witch get pregnant? No idea. Why couldn't the witch get pregnant? My horse around. Gave him the rope. That's so cool. I feel. What kind of dog was that, Hev? Had crystal balls. Jeez. I mean, that's better than what I was thinking, but alright. Could try cuddling, which this is so close. I have no space on the bed. I mean, again, 9/10 of the law. There you go. And now apparently the reason the witch couldn't get pregnant is because Ash has taken the husband's crystal balls. Why a wine mariner? I don't know. The word is cut in half, so it always messes with my head. Ween. Sorry, I'm looking up pictures of what kind of dog that is, Hev. All the balls belong to me. Um, it's Ash, I feel like you're threatening my people here, the people in the chat. Ah, no. Sorry, I clicked on an image. Oh, okay. Um, okay, so I'm looking at pictures of the dog, and I'm gonna butcher the name if I continue to try and say it. Um, kind of has like a more lean version of a like a Great Dane's body. Did your dog have blue eyes? Most of the pictures that I'm seeing, the dog has blue eyes. That kind of dog. Diego, how did you expect the night to go? And you didn't expect somebody else in the chat to take the crystal balls or all the balls? I'm sorry, dudes. Ash is not sorry. Do not listen to Ash. Do not believe Ash. Ash is laughing at this. Absolutely giddy by having all the balls. My joke's mixed up. It's okay. Yeah, that was the thing that stuck out to me. And all of these is the dog itself like its fur gray? Oh wait, no, I see some pictures of like ones with brown fur. Okay. There's a lot of them with gray fur though. Maybe. No, there's no maybe about it. I promise you all, Ash is laughing. It's not an evil laugh, though. Let's make sure that's clear. It's not an evil laugh. The reason which couldn't get pregnant. There's a Halloweeny. That's lichen. That's called the urethra. It's one of the things I learned from King of the Hill. I don't know if anybody else is here has watched King of the Hill. Halloweeny. It's like a Twinkie without the filling. Anyway, to finish the Django. See, so here's the thing though, Diego. Both in Django and in Red Dead, people were threatened by losing their balls. So, I mean, really, your night hasn't changed that much. One way or another, there is going to be a threat of ball lossage. Ball lossage? I feel like that's very close to an actual word. So, this similar breed that has brown fur called Visla? Oh no, you know what? You are right. I saw a couple images of the dog looked like the one you had, but with brown fur. I didn't even bother reading the caption underneath. Yeah, Visla, Vizsla. blue-eyed dogs are like it's almost too human. It's something almost like eerily human about like blue eyes for a dog. And I'm not. It's not a complaint. Don't misunderstand that. Such a well-rounded threat. That's, yes, Ash. I would expect nothing less from you than to have well-rounded threats, especially about balls, because balls are literally well-rounded. I feel like my comments are getting a lot more stupid. So, um, ball, ball lozenge. Lozenge. That's what I was thinking of. It's a lozenge. It's, so we have ball lozenge now. Um, I will stick with regular cough drops myself. So, all right, Ash. Honestly, guys, I think I'm going to be taking off here shortly as well. Um, like my comments have gotten fairly stupid even for me. So, um, uh, seriously, guys, thank you everyone for coming out here. Well, logging in, checking in, chatting, connect to your community. It's the ball lozenge is a great way to connect to the community. I think. I mean, sure, if your community like ends up arrested a lot, I feel like there's some kind of restraining order that would be involved and jail time. Um, but anyways, yeah, I think I am gonna call it a night, guys. I really appreciate everybody joining in the chat, hanging out. I didn't get very far on the character creation, but I am okay with that. It's more fun. The reason I set it pretty much every time I'm on here, is that like I stream to be able to like connect with you guys and chat and hopefully have conversations like this. So, I feel like this is a smashing success this week, and I appreciate every single one of you for joining in. Um, it does make these things a lot more fun. So, with that, I do think I'm going to say goodnight. Ash, get your sleep on. Diego, yeah, dude, I hope everybody's on next week. I certainly intend to. Lycan, you should be sorry. You got us talking about, well, balls in general. Shame on you. Have big thank you for joining in. I know like you are essentially on the opposite side of the world from me, so it's always a special treat when you jump in. So yeah, guys, you have a good night, have a good week. Hope the weather is decent enough for you guys to be able to get out there and enjoy it. All right, with that said, I bid you all adieu, and I hope to see you next week. Bye.